It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Titans' rocket arm quarterback, as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from Tampa. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Oh, he faked him with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 33 in the first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. This defense for the Titans, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Right now, boys.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And here's a handoff out of the gun. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Being chased out left. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do now. The key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
So I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 17 carries, 74 yards.
You know he's proud of his standing as the league's #3 rusher, and those linemen in front of him, they're just as proud, but they all have the same goal in mind. Get him to #1 in the league and celebrate a rushing title at the end of the year. That starts with a good game here.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
A first down carry for Henry. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
It's 2nd and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Try here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Out of the gun now on third down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Nice job of bodying it out defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Spears. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11. And this will be incomplete. And a long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Gets past one man, and he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking sideline, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught at the 20.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Again, it's Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. He's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
And he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
Second and 6.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away.
Fielded at the 20.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw. Flushed out right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and he did footwork nearly all for nothing. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
It's caught by Mike Evans.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. They'll set up to throw. Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number one. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Spears. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
Pass interference. Defense.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Back to throw here. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Chigakakwo, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. big-time arm right there. And let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half.
Let's go now. Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, and Next Gen Stats says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play that time for the Titans. 49 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Henry.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Henry again.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at this 36-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got Otten. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And he will have a Titans 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Inside handoff, Henry. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Spears found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 34-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Henry running right. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll run it again with Henry. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 67 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
They'll try the right side with Henry. Brought down at the 20.
Derrick Henry on the handoff. He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Come on.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Otten brings it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for Tennessee, the win is number 9 for them on the year.